Ah, Alphino. Okay. And everyone else is just kind of hanging around right now. Graha, Estinia, Tancred, Orange. Hellos, how you doing? Got any drinks? Got any good drinks on hand? And of course there's Tataru. Let's see. You know what? Let's see if we can kind of get this started at the very least. Let's see if we can get this horse chestnut weapon coffer. Yeah, let's go and get this started at the very least. Alright, Alphino is feeling the need to take stock. You have some time to talk? Sure. I would like to gather everyone in Dawn's respite and together assess the situation in which we find ourselves. Alright. Let us take stock of the facts, shall we? The crisis at hand began with the sudden appearance of ominous towers in a multitude of locations throughout the world. Oh, shit, don't need to... There we go, slow that down a little bit. Organization known as Telephori. The Telephori's stated purpose is to recreate the final days of eons past, an apocalyptic event that would result in the destruction of all we hold dear. Already have these towers of theirs have been the cause of untold suffering. Yeah. That's about countless innocents kidnapped and imprisoned, their faith perverted for primal summonings. Yep. And unless we find a way to deal with the corruptive aura surrounding the spires, we can't even get close enough to rescue anyone. Right, because the group we sent in previously did not come back in a good state. Those shielded with the blessing of light seemed able to resist being tempered, at least. But after what happened to Arnvald and Fordola, we need to be very, very careful about how we proceed. Yeah. Poor Arnvald. Yet while these threats close to home are of paramount concern, we mustn't lose sight of the situation in Garlemald. As you know, the Telephori are under the leadership of Van Daniel and one other delightful fellow, Zenos Yegalvas, the Crown Prince and our dear friend. Yeah, the fight sexual person. To date, he's reclaimed his old body, murdered Emperor Varus, and plunged Garlemald into an even deeper pit of chaos. The capital has probably seen the worst of it. For a good while there, it saw the bloodiest fighting in the War of Succession, but that has since changed, and in troubling ways. Uh-oh. In what ways, in particular? Aye, during our reconnaissance, the air was not once rent by the barking of cannons or the cries of discord. 'Twas an eerie fog of silence which did blanket that ruined city. The inhabitants appear to have been tempered, but with nary a word spoken did they labor to transform the palace into a soaring edifice born of nightmares. Oh god, really? What the fuck? If they were indeed made thralls, it seems safe to assume that these events too were orchestrated by the Telephori. An army of primals is awful enough, but in light of recent developments, I fear it is only the prelude to an even greater catastrophe. Yeah, that might be a problem. We need to devise a means to counter this threat, and quickly, before our allies are overwhelmed. We will find a way in Sharlayan. I'm sure of it. Master Fortuno's comments regarding the final days were curious to say the least. Forum knows more than it is letting on. Midnight? Jesus, fuck. Midnight, you silly, cute little goofball. Oh, hey, Tatar. Hold on a sec. Midnight, you silly, silly goofball. Insists on opening the door on her own. Ah, oh, I just bumped my head. I just bumped my head against the mic. Alright, what's up, Tataru? We've just received word from Mistress Krill. She says the arrangements for your visit. Oh, shit! Fuck yeah! Oh, we're in. Oh, we're fucking in. You have to head to Limsa Lominsa and board the next ship bound for Sharlayan. Yo, we're fucking in. And on arrival, present yourselves as associates of the students of Baldessian. Come to assist with the orders. Oh, shit. Okay. Wait on that. Hell yeah. The arrangements may be settled, but what are your thoughts? You must race at the prospect of returning home after so long. Oh, right, they're from Sharlayan, aren't they? With dear old daddy essentially disowning them. I'm eager to see it, of course. Of course. We shall set off at once. Hell yeah. Then I'll accompany you to the docks. You need at least one person there to wave and cry and wish you a safe journey. Alright. Hey, new quest music. Penalty counts increase. Oh, jeez. Yeah. No, you know what? Let's. I'm not worried about that. Because fuck yeah, we're going to fucking Sharlayan. We are on our way to Sharlayan. Let's fucking go. Yep, Linta is busy as usual. Busy as usual. I wonder if there's usually a dancing, like, quartet of people around here. Doesn't seem like they're in right now. Well, probably because of the anti-AFK measures that SE put in. So, if someone tries to, like, used to be like there was a series of dancers right from the Aetherite, but I think that they probably moved on for a bit because they didn't want to get booted from the game. If you were a candy, what would you be? That is a good question, actually. Not really. I'd have to really think about that one. Yeah, I have to really think on that. Like, that's a difficult question for me to ask. That's the difficult question for me to answer, really. I'll think about it during this cutscene here. Everyone's here, which is good because I've already paid for your passage, and the fee is non-refundable. Oh, shit. The ship for Sharlayan should be pulling into port soon, so please follow me and have all your luggage close at hand. Timmy, you're the black jelly bean. Oh god. Probably tastes like shit then. Ugh. Actually, I do have some boxes of Bean Boozled on hand. Like right here. Holding on to them for special occasion.
They've almost finished loading our cargo. We should be ready to depart right on schedule. Or so I'm told.
Excellent. 'Tis nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
For once.
It's funny.
I mean, you're dead. Yeah, fair point.
Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one. And now, years later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland. With his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
Funny how things play out like that.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's whims are brought into sharp relief. Thou hast matured much in the intervening years. Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louisoix of his purse scant moments after he made landfall upon this dock?
Ah.
Oh, really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
Thancred tried to pickpocket an old man.
Will this be your first visit to Sharlayan, Sir Estinian? Sir Estinian?
Are we strangers newly met? Why this stiff formality?
Estinian, dude.
I merely meant it as a professional courtesy, since we are now colleagues in an official sense.
I'd rather you dispense with the sirs, especially in private company.
I like his mindset. It's like, I hate it when
Or
someone
I'll be
calls me
forced to
sir.
Respond in kind, little Lord Alphino.
Like, I personally hate it when someone calls me sir
You've made your
because
point,
it
Estinian. Painfully well.
I feel like it forces onto me an air of superiority that I don't deserve.
Are you all right, Tataru? You seem positively distraught.
Distraught? Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland. It's just, we're trying to thwart the schemes of an army hellbent on destroying the world. And once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
Hey, it's okay, Tataru. Don't worry. I'll bring them back safe and sound. I promise. Usually call guys that look my age as dude or bro, or if it's kid, call them hun.
I'll hold you to
Yeah.
that.
It was like, for me, I just...
Good.
Oh.
You're still here.
Hey! Yo!
Hori! Coltine! What brings you all this way?
Haven't seen you two in a hot second.
We're to assist the Maelstrom and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower.
I think this is the first time we've actually heard voice
So
acting
neither
from
the
me
others
too.
Wish you all a safe journey and promise that they'll look after things here until you return.
Yeah, I think this is the first time they've had an actual voice associated with them.
We will too, of course. Aye. We, your fellow Scions of the Seventh Dawn, will do our part to ensure the end of the world won't happen on our watch.
We're set to sail! All aboard for Sharlayan!
Looks like this is going to be a crowded trip.
Then we must delay no longer. We will contact you the moment we learn aught of value. Wish us luck.
Have a safe journey, and please, please, be careful.
I make no promises.
And so you venture forth unto the unknown.
Oh.
A fate beyond the horizon that cannot be divined. A future undefined and in flux.
Yo, is that Emmett's voice?
In
Yo.
uncertain times, naught but the simplest words of wisdom will suffice. That which lives.
Apologies if you hear the sound of screenshots being made. Sometimes.
Every beginning has an end.
Yeah, sometimes just like taking random screenshots.
Every step of your descent.
Mementos, I would say. Oh, hello.
And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
Hell yeah. Man, I wasn't expecting to be able to go to Sharlayan this early. It was like one quest line and we're fucking in. Like, literally one cutscene and we're fucking on the boat. Fucking crazy. Hmm? Oh, shit. Oh, this music.
Here. Feel.
Heidelin?
Think.
Don't worry, I'll call you Broham.
Day has barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser. Though we're hardly alone in that. Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt.
How early is it?
Called out to you, you say? I've heard nothing myself. In any case, I dare say the sea air will do you good. Why not join the others on deck? Sharlayan should be coming into view at any moment.
Sounds good. Need to stretch my legs anyway. Thank you, automatically opening doors. Hmm? What the? Huh? Hello?
My voice yet reaches you. I am glad.
Heidelin?
Hear, feel, think. And thus do we meet face to face at last. My warrior of light, guided by the crystal.
Holy shit. Going to try and not take Lady's message out of context up there. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, these are very good questions up here. These are very good questions. Why now, Heidelin? Oh, that's
After
right.
your sojourn in the first, I believe you have your answer. You
She's got the
gained
mask.
an understanding of what I truly am, what Heidelin has always been.
That's right.
A primal.
That's right. We did come up to that revelation during Shadowbringer.
Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse which threatened the ancient world. And I was brought forth to bind him. Yet 7 times now, those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered. greater his strength grows, the swifter does mine own diminish. The power to draw your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine to wield. Yet though it taxes me sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid. Even bereft of my guidance, you and your companions have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. Wheels shudder and turn. Conflict looms. Monumental. Which will decide the fate of this world and all life upon it. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
Cast your peepers to the fore, folks. Sharlayan's just over yonder.
Looks like we're almost there.
I will not
Surprised
keep
Spooky
you
hasn't
further.
whipped out the horny bat. Oh, I haven't had a reason to pull it out yet, but don't worry. I still have it nearby. I still have it nearby, so don't
Shall meet
worry.
again, and soon.
Well, that was an interesting little discussion. Hey, you're finally up. You wouldn't bonk me, I'm too cute.
Oh,
Oh, don't tempt me.
It's a bit stiff, though.
No one is safe from the horny bat.
Taking a look at the island already?
Not yet.
Then let's go. Let's go. Might still be room in the prow if we're lucky.
Well, they're full of energy. Need some fucking coffee, though. Yo, is there a Keurig set up around here?
The sleepers have arisen.
There she is. Good old Sharlayan.
Oh, I see it.
Ooh. This is one of the scenes that irritated me. It's like, yeah, it's like they first.
Home at last.
It's one of those things where it's kind of hard to tell
Maybe
what
not our
Heidelin
father's eyes.
really
But
wants.
we'll manage on our own. If we must.
And it's even weirder because of the
You do
revelation we
know
had that she's a
you're
primal.
not alone in this, don't you? Indeed, 'tis as Sir Estinian said. Forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side. I prithee.
Are you ever gonna stop talking weird, Orianche?
Thank you, my friends. We are ever grateful for your steadfast support.
Upon arrival, we will be disembarking into the heart of Sharlayan proper.
Suddenly,
no
the blessing
greater
of light is what
concentration of wisdom
protects us
in
from
all the
primals
world.
instead of the echo.
I am confident.
I feel
that
like it's a bit
somewhere
more
within
complicated than
center of
that.
Knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
Want a game where you can actually be a bad guy? There's a couple of games like that that are out there, but they're usually kind of fairly mixed up. Like, some of them aren't really that good, but they are out there. Endwalker. But yeah, it's like, I feel like the Echo and the Blessing of Light is kind of starting to get to a point where they're kind of interchangeable, in a sense.
Sharlayan,
well,
the solitary island nation of the northern seas. Where under the watchful gaze of Thaliak, patron deity of scholars, academics hoard all manner of knowledge and secrets. Once, they deigned to accept foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands. How swiftly they
Jesus, this place is fancy as fuck.
Set hostile foot on Alamegan soil.
Why is this place so big?
Prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
Old Sharlayan.
I thought they'd never let us off the ship. What's next then? Entry applications?
You joke, but...
Hopefully they find no cause to deny us.
Hasn't Sharlayan all but severed relations with foreign powers? Those of us without direct ties, myself included, may be refused outright.
'Tis true that, as a nation, Sharlayan only forms trade agreements with a select few neutral countries. But from a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders. Especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge. If one submits the proper paperwork, with satisfactory evidence of identity and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry.
Ah, good old bureaucracy.
May.
Quite. So let us be absolutely clear on these points before
Not many people even know the difference. Like I said, it feels like they're kind of building it up to where the Blessing and the Echo are starting to become, like, interchangeable to some extent. Like, they're not that far off from each other in the first place. Although the Echo is still kind of used from a gameplay standpoint.
For us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian.
It's, I don't know.
And our ostensible reason for being here is to aid in their order's restoration.
Unless they're just, like, trying to retcon something. Maybe they're just trying to retcon a couple things.
Grahatir, it might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind
yeah,
leading the
good
way?
point.
Of course. The immigration office is with this way, as I recall. Shall we?
Gonna have to introduce you to Synodic Scribe. Is that where a lot of the lore stuff is gonna have? Is that someone who does a lot of the lore stuff?
Greetings. We've just arrived and are eager to make our way into the city. Would you be so kind as to process our entry applications?
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
I am. Grahatir of the students of Baldessian at your service.
I don't know, like maybe they're trying to retcon a
I was
couple things
assigned
from a
to an Aeolzan
Realm
survey
Reborn.
team, but have returned
Because
to
that
assist with
story
the
in Realm
reformation of
Reborn
the
gets a
Order.
little weird.
My associates here will provide additional support.
Uh-oh. I
Very
don't like...
good. I have
Okay, I was
paperwork
gonna say, that
detailing
look...
the group and its scheduled arrival for today. And it seems some few of your companions are also Archons. If you'll step forward, we can process those applications first.
Ishtola rule.
Magical bureaucracy, go!
See how it glows. That list is etherically linked with the citizen registry kept in the main repository.
I I've confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly. Welcome home. Now, who do we have here?
Alphino Leveilleur.
And Alize Leveilleur.
Watch, they get rejected outright.
Your applications have also been approved.
Okay.
Having said that, the streets are abuzz with talk of how House Leveilleur's lord disowned his young progeny.
Oh, good. That's not going to make things awkward at all.
And while such personal circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry, I urge you to avoid exacerbating your present situation. Times are quite troubled enough already.
We shall keep that in mind.
These last two are not Sharlayan natives, but you will find their credentials are in order. An application was made in advance.
Sup?
Name and occupation?
Calamite Bourbon, Reaper, or newly trained Reaper, Warrior of Light, Savior of multiple different countries, War Veteran, Dragon Tamer, what else? What other fucking titles do I have? Professional Fisher, Botanist, Miner, Accomplished Chef. Like, how long do we want this list to be? How long do we want this to be? Adventurer by trade.
An adventurer. Well, I suppose that is considered a valid calling in your native Eorzea. And it does indeed match the profile provided. You may enter.
Why does it feel like she's giving me sass?
Estinian Valino, formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in Ishgard.
Formerly, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
Krill! Hey! Finally managed to get out of Eureka, huh?
My associate is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the dangers we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
Mistress Baldessian, if you insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it. But while I appreciate that desperate times call for desperate measures, I find your choice of company concerning.
Oh, fuck off.
Be advised that even a single misstep may have severe repercussions for your organization.
I have every confidence in my chosen company, dear and trusted comrades that they are. But I thank you for your concern.
Croyle, it is good to see you.
Likewise. Long voyage notwithstanding, you all seem none the worse for wear.
It was not that bad of a trip.
Discuss, but this is hardly the place. Let's be on our way, shall we? Oh! Welcome, friends, to Sharlayan.
As your mercenary, I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
Well, I had to say something, Sir Taciturn.
I was kind of interesting to see. I was kind of waiting to see what his response was gonna be. Like, knowing Estinian, he'd probably say something like, Baker. I used the spear to cut bread. Oh, shit. We're fucking here. We are fucking here. Holy shit. We're actually in we're actually in Sharlayan. We're actually here. Better we wait for you with a stern warning. Awkward as expected. Unaccustomed to fabricating lies on demand. Great city of Sharlayan. I may have noticed some similarities with Castorium, yes? In fact, we should let Krill have her say first. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Oh, that's a player. Nope. There we go. He spent first past year in the blink of an eye, feels untouched by time. May the wisdom of my homeland aid us in our design. Warm spot. Oh, you're a native Sharlayan. Hey. I forgot. I didn't know that. Or maybe it was mentioned at some point and I just forgot. Well, I spotted your ship coming into port. The officers are born bureaucrats and sticklers for detail. In any case, you may relax and take a moment to get your land legs back. Hey! Yo! Let's see, required level at 515. Let's see. What does this give me? High Durium Sickle. Is it like a decent thing? 515. Oh yeah, it's still weaker than what I'm rocking right now. But I appreciate the sentiment. Doesn't look too bad though. Does not look too bad. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad at all, actually. Okay, they're giving me some, like, level 80 gear to work with, just in case I'm coming into this, like, without anything to prepare me with. I had thought to launch directly into an explanation of what I've learned and how we might proceed. But this is Calamite and Estinian's first time in Sharlayan, and for the rest of you, a homecoming that was long overdue. You must have places you wish to visit and people you are dying to see. Therefore, I propose we postpone our agenda so that you all may have sufficient time to recover from your journey and get your bearings in the city. Hey, there we go. Good idea. Once you've settled in, we can reconvene at the Baldessian Annex. How does that sound? Tis a fine suggestion. We may not be welcome at the Livier estate as such, but I should like to nose around the neighborhood all the same. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, this is chill music right here. I am equally untethered, as it were. There's no particular place that my kin call home. Still, I will not pass up the opportunity to reacquaint myself with the city. Likewise, a quick tour of our old haunts might even yield some useful gossip. The annex was west of the Aetherite Plaza, wasn't it? I shall join you there anon. Yes, we'll see you there. What are you gonna do, Oriange? I too have places I would be remiss in not visiting forthwith. By thy leave. What of you, Estinian? My services as a guide are yours for the asking. No, that won't be necessary. Until we reconvene, I prefer to wander as the wind takes me. God, he's so edgy! He's so edgy! Well, Raha, would you like to join us then? You've been gone for quite a while, and this would be the perfect way to refresh those dusty old memories of yours. Oh, of course, if you will have me. Come, Sharlayan awaits. So of everyone that's in the group, like, Estinian and the Warrior of Light are the only people that have not been to Sharlayan at any point in the past, whereas pretty much everyone else seems to have at least hung around here, or, like, 'cause I'm trying to remember, especially with Uriange, it's like, if he ever mentioned that he was from Sharlayan, or, at some point, but it's probably, like, way back in Realm Reborn or something like that. Graha is a student. The Levier twins, obviously. Obviously, home here. I'm trying to think about Thancred and Ishtola. Like, was Ishtola a student here, or, no, she was raised by a fucking, well, not raised, but taught by, what's-her-face. Oh, God, I'm trying to fucking remember how everything pieces together, but it's, like, a lot to try and look into. That's one of those things I probably need to look up a little bit later. It's like, I'm trying to remember how everything kind of pieces together, in a way. What's up, Graha? After you, my friend. I'm more content than content to follow your lead. Graha Tia is now accompanying you. Hey, keep him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave Graha Tia behind by entering a different area, using the Ethernet, or by putting too much distance between you. You can also speak with Graha Tia and select the option to part ways. If you wish to have Graha Tia accompany you again, return and speak with them at the original location. While he's accompanying you, try speaking with Krill. Oh! So he's just... Oh, he really is following me. Okay. Speak with Krill while accompanied by Graha Tia. Oh, she's gonna follow us as well, I guess. Last Stand, cafe on the west side of the harbor. Krill is now accompanying you. Lead your two companions to the Last Stand and speak with Krill at the designated location. While you are accompanied, you may encounter conversation points along the way which offer additional topics of discussion. Enter the glowing area and speak with your quest companions to initiate these bonus conversations. Enjoy exploring your surroundings together. Oh god, are we gonna have like Yakuza-style conversations? Oh jeez. Okay, well, yeah, it's a good way to try and get a little bit of a tour of the place. First thing we should be doing is attuning myself to all these aetherites. Scholar's Harbor. Alright, here's all the... Yeah, this is all the vendor stuff. Hunt vendor. Okay. Must have met the following requirements. Completed main scenario quest, Old Sharlayan, new to you. Okay, yeah, we still need to go through a little bit. Oh, it's a mammoth! It's a mammoth! Holy shit! Oh, that's great! They've got... That's interesting. They've got mammoths working the front desk. Got the right skills. Okay. Your services are not open yet. Oh, here we go. Discuss the storage facility. With all the unusual wares coming and going on all hours, I expect the assistance of an intrepid adventurer would be highly appreciated. I see no reason why you couldn't undertake any task which pique your interest. You have been cleared by the immigration officials after all. I look forward to the day your name is celebrated in Sharlayan the same way it is in Eorzea. Alright, what do you have to say? This place is called Peristyle and is the first stop for cargo unloaded at the docks. You'll find the usual necessities for daily living and other imports vital to run an island nation, but also supplies that further Sharlayan's pursuit of knowledge, namely large quantities of books, specimens, and samples. Storing these stacks certainly seems to keep the attendants busy. Okay. So let's see, is this... Okay. Ah. Okay, so it looks like so it's just like a trigger point. Interesting. Alright. Let's see if we can go to the center point. Yo, man. Man, this place is fucking huge! This place is huge! Okay, that seems like a... Yeah, company speak with Grill designated location. Okay, yeah, it's like, let's look around a little bit. Let's see if we can look around a little bit, because I'm really wanting to explore as much as I can. Journey's End. Yeah, okay, this must be kind of a residential district. Yeah, these are some fucking fancy ass houses. Like, look at that fucking place. Like, goddamn. Alright, and there's not. Oh, the Leviera estate. Okay, yeah, that checks out. That checks out. Jeez, can't believe how fucking... This is way too fancy for me. This is way too rich for my blood. Like, holy shit. Like, everything is so fucking big. Why is everything so big? It's like I'm just trying to fucking... It's like, this place is huge. This place is fucking humongous. It's fucking insane. Like, who needs a house this big? Like, can I go to one of these? Okay, it's not open. It's like, why? It's such a huge... That's such a huge place. These places are fucking humongous. Oh. Alright, let's see. Ah, here we go. Here we go. The center of the plaza. Yo, this music is chill as fuck, though. This is super chill music. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Tuned there. Baldessian Annex. Excuse me. Okay, good. They can jump down ledges. That's good. Let's see. And then we're gonna go over here to the studium. At the very least, as long as we can get these knocked out, get all the tuning out of the way. Don't have to. Excuse me. Don't have to worry about doing that later. Excuse me. Fuck. Oh god. Oh god. Am I getting the hiccups or something? Beavis, where's Butthead? Yo, where's Butthead? Oh. Here we go. Studium. Vivi wants her hat back. Wait, her? Vivi's a boy. Hey, Abaddon. How you doing? Thank you for swinging by. How you doing? Oh shit, hold on. Is there a retainer? There is retainer service here. Yo. How you doing, Abaddon? Thank you for swinging by. Yeah, I think I need to check one of my retainers. Oh, complete in 1 minute. 1 whole minute. Okay, script exchange, merchant. What do you have? Okay, potions, stuffs. Okay, yeah, not open yet. Jesus, this place is fucking humongous. Yo, why is this place so big? Why is this place so big? It's insane. Yeah. 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 Oh no! Oh no, you caught. Oh no, mom and brother caught Omicron. Oh no. Wait, you laughed? Oh, okay. Well, sorry to hear that they caught Omicron variant, but hopefully they get better. I guess. Oh, right. Oh, right. Okay, you mentioned something the last time. Yeah, right. Ooh, what is that? Yeah? That's such a cute little ghost thing. It's such a cute little ghost thing. I want it. I want it. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for Binks to finish her venture. There we go. Oh, Masaki. Oh, really? Oh, white mage weapon. Oh, they're those kind of people. Oh, jeez. Well, hopefully they learn their lesson, but somehow I'm getting the inclination that they're not gonna learn anything. But yes, Endwalker! We're in Old Sharlayan. Man, it's like, I was surprised they actually got us in here relatively quickly, yeah. Relatively quickly. Like a couple cutscenes and we're in. Yeah, let's see. It's like 12:21 right now, so I'm just kind of taking the chance to take in the sights, you know? Take a look at what's going on around here. God, this place is just fucking massive. Last aetherite should be up here. There it is. Is that it? Hey, you've tuned yourself to all the Aethernet shards in Old Sharlayan. Yo, we are good to go. And that's to leave. Okay. Yeah, I think we got a good look at the entire place, so we can probably go ahead and go on over to the objective point. Yeah, Endwalker is pretty. Yeah, it's like, it's wild. Are they? Oh, they're playing Triple Triad. Okay, I was gonna say. Woo! Woo! I'm just kind of blown away by how everything is set up. Did you cry it? Not that far into it. We're kind of just getting into it yet. We just kind of got started on the MSQ because we were doing the Reaper quest lines up to 80 earlier. So I haven't really gotten too far into the main story beats. But I imagine we'll get there eventually. Yeah, there's just a lot of people in here right now. Fucking frames are taking a dive. Whee! Whee! Topping off before getting to the new content. Yeah, exactly. It's like I leveled Reaper. I made sure to level Reaper to 80 specifically because I wanted to go through this expansion as a bit of a different class. Because I've been doing Black Mage for so long. There we go. The giant statue in the harbor. Now that is a sight one could hardly forget. The great statue of Thaliak. As a student of Baldessian, I was usually quartered on the Isle of Val, but I would gaze upon the scholar's wise features every time I returned by ship to the city. Alright. This path leading out towards the sea is known as the Thaliak Stoa, so named for the statue of the scholar which stands at its end. As you know, the Sharlayan people prize the accumulation of wisdom above all else. Thus, when Thaliak was chosen as our patron deity, it was more a matter of pragmatism than belief, an alignment of principles as it were. We may have honored him with a rather impressive sculpture, yes, but our faith is not so restrictive as that of, say, the Ishgardians. Individual Sharlayans can, and do, worship the divinities of their choosing. Interesting. Huh. So, it seems like a more of a secular nation. Compared to Ishgard, which is heavily religious. Plus side, grinding is not bad in Endwalker. Levels for jobs don't take 50 hours apiece. Yeah. It's like, I didn't really have any problems leveling through Shadowbringers at the very least. Stormblood was when I joined in on. And by the time I joined in, I was probably in the halfway point of that expansion. So leveling has never really been an issue for me per se. And I don't think I'm gonna be running into too many issues here on that front. This is yes, this is meant to be a cafe, but it's like, what the fuck is this spread? What the fuck is this spread? What the fuck? Ladies! She's like, what? Like, what the fuck? I thought this was gonna be just a small cafe, but it's like, no, this is a full fucking rich-ass fucking restaurant. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, exactly. Like, you gonna share some of that? And here we are, the last stand. I may have mentioned this before, but although our research into nutrition and fruit preparation is quite extensive, the average Sharlayan tends to regard seasoning and flavor with a certain indifference. How can I put this? Food is, it's bland, as encapsulated by our infamous Archon loaf. The prevailing sentiment towards cuisine is dietary value first and taste a distant second. It was one people at the studium, however, who could stomach the school's insipid meals no longer, so he quit his lessons and poured all his savings into building a proper eatery. And so the last stand came to be. It is, as the name implies, the sole dedicated outpost of fine dining in Sharlayan, the one and only bastion of culinary arts in an isle of otherwise mediocre fare. I seem to recall their burger being hailed as one of the more impressive items on the menu. Not that I ever had the pleasure of eating one myself. Because you were a typical Sharlayan when it came to cheap and convenient, raha. But surely Tatara has since taught you how to appreciate a well-prepared dish. We should all stop in when time permits and sample the cafe's delights. Was that 4 tables in that huge area? Like, yeah. It's like way too much empty space. There's way too much empty space here. Shall we press on? Stairs to the side of the cafe there will take us up to the Aetherite Plaza. Like, yeah. 1, 2, 3, like 5 tables in this spot alone. Like, that's so much space. Like, granted, considering like pandemic conditions, like it's actually really well spaced, but there's like just so much empty space here. It's wild. There's just so much empty space. Oh man, the music is kicking up to a crescendo. Oh, okay, probably because it's daytime now. It's daytime now, so the music's kind of taking a shift. Yep. Oh, not quite in it yet. There we go. An unusual shape, isn't it? I assure you, however, that's perfectly functioning aetheryte. Remember to attune yourself before we move on. Now, being the diligent tour guide I am, I should make mention of the Confluence, a research facility located on this very plaza. Its much vaunted discoveries are the reason Sharlayan stands at the forefront of teleportation technology. In deciphering the underlying principles of Allegan aetherites, it allowed us to understand and reconstruct what was essentially a lost art. And off we go to our next destination. Our path leads northeast to the Agora, Sharlayan's largest marketplace. Oh yeah, that kind of is an unusual shape. I mean, as long as I can still teleport it to it. Ooh, actually, that reminds me. Set home point. Yeah, I have a feeling this is gonna be the main hub for the most part. Hope they get nothing but older folks that sit there for hours reading the paper. Assuming 14 has people smart enough to take a shot in the arm and stop the spread of deadly diseases because they aren't human. Also magic. Yeah, it's like, well, there's probably still people, even in fucking Eorzea, that are probably really skeptical of magic or whatnot. So I imagine those types still exist. The Confluence. And yeah, also magic. Speaking of aetherites, those teleportation fees do add up after a while, which is why I tended to rely on the far cheaper ferry services. I was pleasantly surprised when Mr. Satar informed me that the Scions are reimbursed for transportation costs as part of our duties, but I find old habits hard to break. That and I'd rather not be bothered filling out the necessary paperwork. Yes. Like, it's actually, well, let me think. Oh, hold on. Like, I imagine that people living in, because it's really interesting thinking about, well, like, the level of medical science in a world where magic is super prevalent. Like, it's really hard to think about that. Like, obviously, there's some things where, like, a cure spell can heal a cut or something, or certain wounds can be closed up, but not everyone is a magical practitioner, that's the only thing. So you still need to have someone that has knowledge of, like, medical, like medications, anatomy, how to, what kinds of, what the fuck is it? Like, how to treat specific wounds and things like that. But they hit a % population threshold for herd immunity. Oh yeah, definitely. It's like, but it's what I'm saying is like, there's definitely some things that magic can't really fix, like especially for plot reasons, because if Rays actually operated as it does, then people probably wouldn't really die in this game. Like, if the Raise spell operated like it normally does in other Final Fantasy games, then, like, no one would be dying. Like, we would not have... certain individuals would still be alive today. Yeah, and Suna can't fix everything, and, like, especially amputation stuff. Like, Ardenwald especially is a good example of that, because after he got attacked in the tower, like, he no longer has the ability to walk, and that's clearly that's not something that magic can fix. So obviously there's still room for like traditional medical science. Unless actually, but now there's another layer, because when you take the fucking when you add the magic technology into the mix, it's like, I imagine there's going to be some fucking robotic prosthetics going to be made at some point, because fucking Sid is a mad lad. And it's like, so that just throws a whole nother layer into all this, and it's like, what the fuck? Phoenix Downs, I chalk up to pure gameplay. Oh yeah, definitely. Like, those are definitely for, like, gameplay components. I imagine Raise is more for trying to recover people that are just actually knocked unconscious, but still alive. If we want to try and fit them into a real life, like, well, not real life, but if we want to try and fit them into a lore perspective. Need me some automail, Sid. That's the entrance to the Confluence. I have no doubt their expertise will prove useful at some point, so I suggest you remember the way here. Yeah, sorry, that was a bit of a tangent. That was a bit of a tangent there. But it's always something interesting to think about, like, what role does science play in a world where magic is the dominating factor? Because, you know, it's magic. You don't gotta explain shit. Seems legit to me. Forced awake spell? Yeah. Welcome to the Agora, where you can find wares made in Sharlayan, as well as a wide selection of imported goods. They also used to sell questionable prototypes from the various research institutes, but I think that practice has thankfully died out, for the most part. Otherwise, I can think of no better place to stock up for your next big adventure. Am I overselling it? On a more serious note, the next stop on the tour is one which has particular relevance to our ultimate purpose here. Let's head back to the Aetheryte Plaza, follow the path north, and climb the stairs up to that imposing building at the very top. Imposing building at the very top there. All the way up there. All the way up there. Okay, just want to make sure they're still behind me. God, this place is so fucking huge. Like, the Crystarium was large as well, but in a different way, because it was meant to serve... Like, the Crystarium was meant to serve as the gathering point for the remaining survivors of a fucking apocalypse. So it made sense for it to be as large as it was, but this is like large. This area is large for the pure purpose of being as excessive as humanly fucking possible. Like, everything about this place is just convincing me that Sharlayans just love to jerk themselves off. Like, jerk themselves off and just enjoy the smell of their own farts. It's large to flex. Yeah, exactly. It's like, gotta have plenty of room to smell your own farts in. Water features. These little decorative features are typical of Sharlayan architecture. Aside from the research wing, our headquarters on the... Oh, hello. You okay there? Just random person just fucking falling. Aside from the research wing, our headquarters on the Isle of Val were rather simple and rustic by comparison. Let's see. This is the Nymphaeium, an area dedicated to the blessings of water. For Sharlayans, water represents more than a life-sustaining liquid. It's a reminder of the Great Flood which precipitated the birth of our nation, as well as a symbol of the knowledge which flows from Thaliak's divine Ur. This is the reason... Ivan. This is the reason you see an abundance of fountains throughout the city, and a propensity for utilizing water as a decorative feature in our architecture. Huh, interesting. Yeah, if it was like a military garrison, port, or a major train city, it might be that big. Yeah. Exactly. Like, this is... I mean, there's... It's just like... It's just so big, and there's just so few actual facilities in between everything. Like... I guess this is supposed to be what is this, like a watchtower of some sort? And obviously there's the buildings for like the different educational facilities and whatnot. We already saw the residential area, which that's a fucking... What? Like, yeah, that's a whole different level of fucking humongous. It's like, look at this place. Like, look at this fucking place. It's insane. It's just insane. This grand structure before you is the rostra. The name refers to the original public platform erected here, upon which a forum of elected representatives would deliver orations and debate policy. Although the stage has since evolved into council chambers, the nature of the forum and the duties of its main members remain largely unchanged. Am I boring you, Raha? You seem awfully distracted. My apologies. From here, one can see the entire city spread out below. The vista put me in mind of my arrival in the first. Those who had gathered at the Crystal Tower asked me how they might go about building a new home. Naturally, my answers were all inspired by my knowledge of the finest settlement I could think of, the great city of Sharlayan. And bit by bit, those few buildings grew into a town. A community, a Crystarium. I can almost see its echo. I see. Feel free to come up here whenever you wish. I don't think the counselors would object to you simply enjoying the view. Such memories should be treasured. For now, however, the tour must go on. Our spectacle of sightseeing concludes with the fittingly named Journey's End. Walk down the stairs to the east and continue straight ahead. Hey Mom, I'm gonna go grab some groceries. Packs 3 days worth of food. Exactly. Like going anywhere does not seem like a quick jaunt unless you use the Aetherite system, which apparently, like, if what Graha mentions is to be believed, they probably charge a fucking arm and a leg for regular teleport use, or at least they did at one point. We've arrived at Journey's End. History tells us that this was where those who put ashore with Archon near Krimpf built their first homes. In the present day, it serves as the residential district for the most important officials and the oldest Sharlayan families. You'll see that one mansion is clearly larger than its neighbors. That estate belongs to our friends from House Leveilleur. All things considered, we should probably keep our distance for the time being. And with that, we bring our little Sharlayan tour to a close. I hope it has proven to be an entertaining and enlightening experience. Now, shall we head directly to the Baldessian Annex? You remember the way, don't you, Raha? Let me think. We head down towards the harbor, cross the bridge to our right, then follow the path below the Aetherite Plaza. Correct! After you. Alright. Hey, excuse me. Just gotta live at work. Oh wait, that's like our world. Oh man. Now I'm sad. Oh, too real. Too fucking real. Oh man. Okay, yeah, everyone's just kind of hanging out, messing with some of their new abilities. Nah, you're good. This was like, oof, that got real. That got real. Probably gonna need to call it in a little bit, but let's finish this up. Let's finish our little tour up, at the very least. As the joyous look on Raha's face has undoubtedly informed you, this is the Baldessian Annex. If you continue up the hill, you arrive on the doorstep of Phenomenon. But I think we've explored enough for one day. We can take you there another time. Inside with you then. Oh. Excuse me. Fuck. I'm back, and I brought Calamite and Raha with me. Ah, you were right about the ship then. Hello, Graha. It's nice to see you again. And it's a pleasure to finally meet you, Calamite. I've heard many a tale of your exploits. Man, all these fucking nerds. Ojika? Ojika Sunjika! It has been an age! Allow me to introduce Ojika Sunjika, Administration Officer for the students of Baldessian. He oversees the day-to-day business of the Annex. You may recall meeting his cousin, Ejika. Oh gods. Wait. The front desk? Oh yes, Eureka! I've read the initial reports. Quite shocked to hear what's become of the Isle. Do take care if you have the opportunity to rejoin the expedition. Oh nice, they actually mention if you've ever been to Eureka. That's... yeah, I like little details like that. This place is like a second home for students. Now, Laval served as our main headquarters, of course, but we often had occasion to visit Sharlayan. I like little details like that if you did additional story content. Whether to make use of the city's research facilities, attend conferences, or procure supplies from distant shores. And the Annex here was built to provide lodgings for our members while we engaged in such activities. Yeah, because just everything's so fucking huge. Ever since our former headquarters, along with the Isle itself, vanished, the Annex has served as our base of operations. Don't care if you yawn, just request that you go sleep when you need it. It's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna... once we get to a good stopping point, I'll probably get ready to go to bed. Yeah, it feels so empty. The day will come when we will see the students rise again. Why does that sound so ominous? But first, we must ensure that the Telephori fall. Through that door on the left there is the main hall, where we can discuss our options moving forward. Yeah, it's like, once I get to a good and decent enough stopping point, then I'll probably call it a night. Once everyone arrives, that is, we probably have time to rest before our discussions begin in earnest. I've had private quarters prepared for you in the Andron, so please, feel free to make yourself at home. Hey, perfect. I was gonna say, we had pirates. The nap rooms, perfect for an afternoon doze. Oh, I didn't mean to give you the wrong impression. Chambers are quite well appointed, far more so than some cheap roadside inn, you may be assured. Was simply that is abroad. It would slip into the Andron just to steal a few winks. Yeah, it's like, oh god, I'm actually am getting a little tired. And thus they became known amongst the students as nap rooms, even if many such naps might last well into the following morning. I think it's all the talk about fucking sleeping that's getting to me. Say the word and I'll be happy to show you to your chamber. Y'all don't know what sheep means, clearly. Oh, man. Oh, everyone's kind of crowding around here. Let's see. Yeah, Annex Administrator, can we actually... Oh yeah, let's go ahead and actually check the room out real quick. We can actually check the room out. Ooh. Oh yeah, this actually kind of... Wow, there's a lot going on in here. Holy shit. Yo, that's a sick poster! Yo, that poster is fucking sick! Oh, we got our glamour dresser, we got our armor, we got our bed, unending journey. Is that a fucking behemoth? Holy shit. Got a little window. Orchestrion. Looks like various materia, maybe? Lots of fucking books. Lots of books. Got the toy chest right here. Let's see. And, what is this? Looks like a... Oh, yeah, it looks like a little washing basin. Okay. Let's see. What is it? Oh, I was gonna say, it's like... I saw the ladder, and I was like, is there a second level to this place? The fuck? Okay, and we have the access to the esthetician as well, of course. Like, yeah, all the amenities that we need. All the amenities that we need. 10-course meals for one person. Teleportation is a requirement to travel in the city and not die of starvation. Jeez, yeah, it's like... Well, Graha did mention that there was ferry services as well, which kind of makes sense. It makes sense for that, for an alternative to be available at the very least. Oh, it's Amanda right here. Hey, how you doing? Let's see. Main hall entrance? Yeah, let's go ahead and finish this cutscene. Oh yeah, here we go. Yo, this is a pretty fucking sizable space in its own. Yo! Okay, there's Garuda. Let's see. Got some maps. More maps. Oh, there we go. The map of the entire world. Holy shit, yeah, that's... Whew. Man, never really thought about how big the fucking world is. Like, holy shit. Mass transit system is still better than the USA's. Oh, God, yeah, any kind of transit system is better than America's. Feeling refreshed and alert? Our colleagues should be wandering in soon, so I suggest we stay here and wait for them to join us. Sup?
Pray forgive me. I was delayed.
You're good.
It's fine, Urianger. We're all here now.
Let's get down to business then, shall we?
To defeat the Asians. Still looks like a Pikachu. Yeah, it's the ears. It's the ears.
At present, I see two paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal. The first involves an investigation into the change which has come over Sharlayan, not to mention the recent inscrutable behavior of the Forum. As most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinion with regards to foreign policy. The bibliotheques, for example, are a group of conservatives which would have Sharlayan focus on recording history, while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it. And at the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galef was one such member, as was Archon Louisois.
I feel like we're getting really close to like current events with this.
Yet despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous. Even more concerning was the fact that many cited other, more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
Fortuno's refusal in Gridania had those same undertones. 'Twas as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, he had simply turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
A mystery indeed, and one which I ask for your help to solve. Our future may depend on it. As for our second potential path, it concerns a request made directly to the students of Baldessian. Our organization was founded primarily to study strange and unexplained phenomena the world over. mysterious relics and ruins, arcane disturbances, and so forth. Compared to our more isolationist Sharlayan colleagues, we have strong connections overseas, namely with scholars and academics who share our passion for the unknown.
So, do you have like a ghost hunter division or something like that?
The request in question comes from one such acquaintance, Nadana, an alchemist residing in distant Thavnair.
Ooh.
Her missive describes the sudden appearance of a tower, and the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal.
Yep, that seems to match up. Man, the tower's going that far, though.
Threat, the satrap of Rads at Han, the individual who governs the city-state, has instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
Dystopia stories make for the best reading, and current reality often reflects in what we make. Yeah. Yep.
One rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts. 'Tis possible, nay, probable, that they have gleaned truths unattainable by Eorzea or her Far Eastern allies.
They do, in fact, appear to have a strategy in mind, though it will require further research. To that end, they have requested an introduction to a capable warrior shielded by the blessing of light.
Oh.
Assuming we divide our forces to pursue both of Kral's lines of inquiry, then having you join the group heading to Thavnair would seem the obvious choice.
Yeah, I figured that's where they were going with this.
But the investigation in Sharlayan is of vital importance as well. Equal, I think, to the Thavnairian one, given that the fate of the world may hinge on the results of both.
Time to split the party!
Yes, it is quite the quandary. Though it is a great imposition and an altogether too common one, our efforts would be more likely to succeed were you to lead the charge on both fronts.
I mean, yeah, I have me, but you want my avatar to, like, help on the other side?
You are indeed our champion. As to which task to tackle first, we will defer to your decision. Let us next decide how everyone else might best be assigned. As for myself, I shall continue what I've begun in Sharlayan. I should also like to steal the services of an Archon or two.
And thereby gain access to a greater range of reading material. I will help with that.
Allow me to offer my assistance. I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, am I gonna get paid? Or does the fact that I murdered a ghost train still escape everyone's notice?
Alice and I would also like to help, if you would have us.
God.
Anything to understand even a fraction of what our father and the Forum might be thinking.
Man, that tier of the fucking Stormblood 8-mans was great. Not just for the Final Fantasy VI references either.
The rest of us will make the journey to Thavnair. Thoughts? Objections?
Comments, concerns,
I
bitchings.
passed through Thavnair on my way to infiltrate the Empire, and though I'm not qualified to give a guided tour, I did gain a sense of where things lie.
I'll be happy to have you along then. So for this group, it will be you, me, and Urianger.
Give me a moment afterwards, and I'll supply you with all the details of Nadana's request. Consider this hall our rendezvous point once our respective tasks are complete. May our investigations prove fruitful.
Hells yeah. Let me repeat myself. Ghost Train! Alright. We got another coffer in here. Chest gear off coffer. What is it? Gaja skin chest of maiming? I mean, we can at least, like, look at it. How does it look at the very least? Needs sleeves. I feel like it needs sleeves, you know? Like, it doesn't look bad on its own, but I feel like it needs sleeves. Alright, I think we can go ahead and kind of call it a night on this point. This seems like as good a stopping point as anything before we get too far into things. Go ahead, go in here, take advantage of the napping quarters, and it's like, yeah, this is actually not a bad little spot here. Nap time, yeah, nap time for me. But yeah, I'm surprised how early they get you into Old Sharlayan. I expected that to be a little bit longer into the story before actually it lets you into the new content. But hey, we're fucking here. We're finally here. We're finally getting started.